very crazy that we are recording a podcast. We are a liability to the world, to Aaron for producing this.
Who gave us
these microphones?
Who gave us these microphones? Well, too late now, girls. Welcome to the And Also podcast. Oh my God, it's happening. Guys, our first podcast.
Welcome.
Wow. Welcome. You got corporate for a second, it looked like.
I got what?
Corporate. You would go, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. Like, what are the voices that, oh God, I'm not gonna be able to remember correctly at this moment.
Like what?
I'm not gonna
like the announcer voices?
Yeah,
Siri?
the announcer voice, like Siri. Like, make a left here.
U-turn.
In 300 feet.
U-turn.
And please, God,
Get hit.
U-turn.
Welcome, everybody.
Well, y'all. Okay, well, this has been a long time.
Coming.
A long time coming.
Yes.
So it was like a year ago.
Well, like 3 years ago, you guys tried to do without me.
3 years ago, we did.
We did record one episode, and
Did you actually record an episode?
We did with
in my
Sophia.
closet.
With Sophia?
Mm-hmm. She was our first guest.
Treacherous horse, actually.
Okay, but look at us now. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Yep. I knew you'd come back. You always do.
It's crazy. We were just pulling up our notes, and literally October of this past year, I think, is when we really started to get serious
We had our
about
first
it.
meeting.
Really? It took a year?
It took a year to get it all
I know it was
together.
partially my fault. I'm the slow mover.
Listen, you're on board now.
Yeah.
I think it's also like fleshing it out and like knowing what it's going to look like, where we're going to go. I think it couldn't have happened better. Us finding Aaron, obviously, and the Cast Collective and just all that. I mean, it would not have happened a year ago. Not the same.
No.
We would have been in someone's basement, like some creepy dude's basement, recording it. He'd been like,
100%.
oh, I record podcasts. Come over. Come to my bedroom.
That's so true. God. I know that's where your mind went.
Okay, so wait, should we give like fun facts about us? Like how we're all friends or something?
Yeah, but I have to ask you, are you crying?
I got teary-eyed for a second because it was so funny. It was so exciting. It was so funny. And then
Her
I got
emotions
emotional
are
for a
running
second.
so
Her
high.
eyes
Guys,
are
I'm also
glossy.
definitely on my period, so like
Retweet.
There are two of the three of us, and I will cry on the drop of a hat.
Yeah, I've been feeling that way. This cycle, I've been so emotional.
What were you doing 3 months ago?
Oh, guys. Summer told us while we were getting ready for the podcast.
A fun
today,
fact.
She has no information about where she found it. She just was like, by the way, guys, what you're feeling now during your period is from 3 months ago. And we go, where'd you? She goes, no idea.
It was definitely TikTok, of course.
It was one of her
No
deep
sites
dives.
being
It was
sorted.
one of the deep dives.
Wait, look what came to.
Oh, amazing. I don't.
Well, no,
Oh,
what's
wait, I brought 2
Shamplemans?
bottles of Vouv. It's in the freezer.
Is that what you want?
You bought 2 bottles of Voo?
Yeah.
Yeah, but first bottle 100% listed.
Wow, guys. Sorry, guys. We're gonna do.
Watch your pillow. It's
Shamplements is when you play on people's birthdays a lot, like you have champagne and then you all go around and say something nice about the person on your left. But it'd be funny because it's y'all to then go backwards and say something bad about the person on your right.
100%. Oh my God, we'll bring our pogos out.
The first episode?
On the
First episode. 100%.
Okay, well,
We have to do it big.
People don't know what a pogo is. It is when it's basically a hidden trait that everybody knows about, but you're unaware of.
That you don't like. It's not like a good trait.
It's not a
you
good
might
trait.
not
It came
even
to
know that you
fruition
do
from
it.
the New Girl show, didn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not even know that you do it, but it's something that all your friends know that you do and probably drives them crazy. And they all talk about it behind your back. It's harmless. If it was something that was friendship ending, they probably wouldn't be friends with
For
you.
sure.
But it's just like an annoying thing that you do that they're going to talk
Guys,
about.
I don't know if I'm ready to know about.
You've been saying you're not ready for
Summer, you know your
for so long.
pogos.
No,
Actually,
I don't.
I think I've been way too sensitive our entire friendship to ever handle you guys telling me what my pogo is. I don't think I've ever wanted, but I think I'm ready for it. But just don't make me cry.
Just don't make me
Yeah.
cry.
No promises.
If you think it's going to be bad, maybe let's wait for the next episode.
God, yeah, I don't know if we can jump right into that, but
maybe let's just do
maybe
it.
we could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least start with what we like about each
Yeah,
other.
we're doing one thing we like first.
For sure.
So
Okay,
it's like
so to our left, we
it's
say
like a
something
smooch and then a
nice.
slap.
The
You know what I
directions,
mean?
not the point.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Miss Technical over here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Woo.
Clarify the question.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Wait, do it. Pop it.
Woo! Episode 1, ladies.
Oh, God, I'm so excited.
Cheers to the beginning of a very exciting opportunity. Cheers to 10 years of friendship. And There should be a third thing.
Starting a podcast and a business.
Starting a podcast and a business. But
that will one day be a media empire.
A media empire. But I could not imagine doing this with anybody else. I love you. You guys are my sisters. And let's have some fun. Cheers. And also,
Delicious.
And champagne.
And also champagne.
All right. Well, I would love to start.
Okay. So what's it called again? Champagnes?
Yes.
What
okay.
should we call it?
One thing I love about Sheyda.
Oh.
She's intense and she does things fully. Like she will go balls to the walls about things.
And that's why we're here.
That's why we're here. I mean, truly, it's like, it's her health. It's like music. It's friendships. Like she's so intense about her life. Like just the way you live life is very, like you care a lot and you put a lot of effort into it. And that's why we're here right now. So.
Oh, Summer.
Yeah.
Someone had to push us along.
Yeah.
Something I love about Madeline is you are thoughtful about little things. Like I remember for years, always on Valentine's Day, she'd like show up wherever I was with like a cute little Valentine and like just like little cute moments and small things where I'm like, I feel loved. And just like small moments, small things, small moments. You're really good about just reminding me that you love me.
She is super thoughtful.
She is so thoughtful.
Yeah. I can remember like birthdays and just like things. Like she remembers things.
It's just like little details about your life.
Yeah.
Like she's like, oh, like this thing that's happening. I'm like, wait, what? How would you even?
Yeah.
It's because I remember everything, guys.
You do remember a steel trap.
And that must be why you're always right.
Correct.
Is that what she is?
Might not always be right, but I'm never wrong.
There you go.
Well, my favorite thing about Summer is just your energy and honestly, kind of similar to Sheyda, but like your energy for life. I feel like you are very willing to try new things and kind of put yourself,
of trying new things.
Put yourself in a new uncomfortable situation, reinvent yourself completely. In college, every year, I believe, Summer went through a
new wardrobe,
wardrobe, personality, attitude. Like
it was so fun.
But it was so fun, and you can really look back and see, like, oh, she was in her country phase.
Yeah, that was 2015.
But it didn't feel inauthentic. It felt exploratory. Like it just felt like you were just like free and fun.
Thanks,
You know what I mean?
She commits to the bit.
She does.
She always commits to the bit.
Thanks,
But I appreciate your willingness to try new things and put yourself out there. You guys doing jujitsu is.
Ooh,
I feel like now I'm too far behind to catch up, but I'm like I couldn't put myself in there because like I don't want to be the loser. In the
we're gonna get you to the class.
We're gonna get you to the class.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Now one thing.
Guys, do we have to do?
No, I think we do.
All right,
give it to me.
I would say your biggest pogo is, in my opinion,
Can we go the other way?
I think you care to a fault too much about what people think about you, and I think it holds you back.
That's why I can't join you.
And I think like you are so creative and you're so fun and like you have like you're such an incredible person, obviously, and I fear sometimes you don't let the world see you fully because you are fearful what the world might say.
Well, I also work in corporate America.
Yeah, you do. But even that, I'm like, is that even authentic to you?
No, oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Not.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I love you anyway.
That's not even a bad one. Sheyda. I'm trying to think. What ones we've discussed.
Yeah.
Can we skip me and then I'll come back? Like I need to think about it for a second. So you go give Summer hers.
Yeah, give me
this is
mine.
an easy one. Can I give Summer hers?
Guys.
Wait, it's not about the order. Can I give Summer hers?
Yeah, give Summer hers.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So now
Actually, you can give me mine because I know you remember what we talked.
I already gave one. I'm not gonna give two.
You already gave me mine.
No.
Just give it to me. Do it again.
You just do it again.
Wait, because now I can't think of it.
We did in the car. It's my ability to remember things that are not important to me.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I got it. I'll take it. Okay. Sheyda's inability to remember things that she does not deem important. So whether that's people, events, whatever it may be, if she decides to her, that person is inconsequential to her day, her social events later.
It's like she's got blinders on.
In one ear, out the other. And Summer, would you like to put it to a test? Sheyda, what are my brothers' names?
Patrick, Timothy.
10 years of friendship and she cannot name my brother's names.
We talked about this shit. I quizzed you at the gym literally last week.
It's okay. And you want to know what? I love her through it because I know she cares, and I know that if something were to ever happen,
I would be there.
She would be there. She would have to learn their name before she came to support me and my family, but she'd put 110% into supporting me.
Can you remind me of the third one?
Brendan.
Thank you so much.
Brendan.
We rarely talk about Brendan, I feel like.
We don't.
That's true.
Just, love him. Nothing bad.
No, nothing negative.
Yeah. No, it's Summers.
She and I did this the other day, and I was 1 down or 2 down.
Wait, what?
I named your siblings the other day.
Oh,
but I missed 1.
Yeah, you missed
2.
2.
I missed 2.
But I'm one of 6, But we all know that the number doesn't really matter because we have a lot of friends with big families. And
Sheyda could name our other friends' youngest siblings' goldfish nickname.
Cousins.
Not their full name and their nickname.
To be fair, I'm with those people all the time.
True. That's true.
So, and I also have friendships with every single one of them.
Oh.
I have separate friendships with them.
It's okay.
What? I'll take it. I'm a bitch. Hello.
No, but you do have blinders on, and I think,
do.
Like, there have been times, we'll talk about this really quickly. Like, we introduced you to friends that Josh and I have, and like the example that I'm going to give is like this one friend of ours was like, I was in the middle of a sentence and I felt like it like wasn't even.
To my defense, in that moment, I was drinking.
Yes.
Heavily.
True.
Which, like, I'm just an animal when I drink, to be honest with everyone. It's a whole other person. I don't know her. But
She has her own pogos.
She has her own pogos.
She does.
Like jail.
Just the ones.
Just the ones. But yeah, that is my pogo. I'll take it.
All right, so I guess we get to move on now, right?
No, Summer.
Next segment.
Wait, what did you tell her pogo was?
She didn't tell me because I didn't want to know.
Oh.
But I have an idea, but
She's weird with men.
that's what I was going to say.
She has a weird, like when she first started dating Josh, her beau
Boo-thang.
thing. She like wouldn't speak to us about him, wouldn't let him around, wouldn't like say a word to us about him, and was like, no, he's out. Like, he's just a fun thing that I'm like enjoying right now.
She was in denial that she was in a relationship.
A full year where she was like, no, he's like not for me. And
I was like, it's not that serious.
It's not that serious. And then one day was like, yeah, we're like in love. And I was like, I'm sorry.
I think what I said was, hey guys, we're buying a house together.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm sorry. Last week he was like
a stranger.
Still a flavor of the month.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
And it wasn't just with him. I mean, I think with all my relationships.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like talk to us about them. It was like this closed off thing.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know.
Okay, but I do feel that one's a little outdated though, because I have been with Josh now, and you both have relationships with him.
Yeah, but still like you don't
with
come
Josh?
to us with like stuff that's happening in your current relationship.
Oh,
like,
interesting.
like,
Oh.
unless we like really draw it out.
Dig it out of you.
Summer
Yeah.
talks
Or
to
we make
me.
you feel bad about not sharing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like, I remember when Summer and Josh first started dating. Summer and I were living together at the time, and our apartment was like a hallway almost. And she would literally sneak Josh into the apartment. Like, I'd be in bed and I could hear them come in. And I'm like, I didn't meet Josh for like 3 months while they were dating. And we lived together. And she was sneaking this man in and out.
My dirty little secret.
Yes. And now we all love Josh. He's amazing.
No, he is the best.
He's like the standard for dating sometimes.
He is.
We're like,
He
well, would
actually
Josh
is.
do this for us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then everyone
Josh
else
would do it now for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not Summer.
He literally would.
Yeah.
He would.
He would do anything for anyone.
I'm in love with him, so that's the problem we have.
He knows. No.
I'm sure he does, because I say it all the time. I say, well, I'm in love with him.
Well, now that we've covered our pogos and
Yep.
Summer's dating life, Sheyda, would you like to divulge where you're at?
Oh,
In
I'm
your-
free in the wind. I'm in the wind. I'm dating. I'm not dating. I'm hinging, which is where I like, for men, we say hi, and then I don't ever speak to them again. I've only ever met one person off of a
Really?
dating app before.
Wait, which
Only
one?
one-
The David guy?
Jason.
Oh my God, that would make it 2.
No, again, you just have
It
like
would be the
short-term
David
memory
guy.
loss. And
I do have
I'm a
short-
vault. I'm remembering
Jason.
everything.
Jason. Jason.
And
We're
David.
naming him Jason.
Oh yeah, but also David.
David.
Okay. Which
David, who I dated for 3 months, and then informed me 1 week after we became monogamous, and this is actually verbatim via text, I am struggling with hating your entire life.
Can you imagine?
I'm struggling with extreme hatred and jealousy for your entire life. I'm sorry. Let me get that correct.
Yeah.
And me being the stupid girl that I am, I was like, what can I do to like help you with that?
It's not something he could work through, I don't think.
I've never heard a man say that to a woman before. Like that is something, like honestly, when that text was sent to you and you sent it to all of us,
my jaw was on the floor.
yeah, I was like, who would say that? I mean, truly, who would say that?
He was sick in the head.
Yeah.
In a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
But mainly in the way that he's angry. I think he's got a lot of stuff. He needs to see a therapist. I think he did for like a short stint and he was like, I'm good now. I figured out what I want in life. And I'm like, no, you need like years of intensive therapy. You need like a decade.
Sheyda, I feel like you need a man that has done the work, that's been through the therapy.
I don't need like a fully cooked man.
Nobody's going to be fully cooked.
No, but I do need someone who has like a brain cell.
Yeah.
I don't know that I did.
And emotional intelligence, some intelligence, a job and savings account. I don't know. It's just a couple
I
of
feel
things.
like that's a lot to ask. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if you're hoping for like a 6 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the 6 foot, you go back and forth because for years, Sheyda was like, I would never date a man under 6'6". And
6'2" has always been what I said.
I don't know, Sheyda. I want to say it's been 6'4", 6'5",
yes.
6'6". You're like, I need the biggest dude in the room.
Yeah.
If he's not the biggest dude in the room,
First of all,
fuck that guy.
I have never said the biggest dude in the room. I just have always said I like a big boy and I like a thick neck.
thick neck.
I just like him
And you
thick.
do, and you do.
I like him. Who's that
But you-
one football player who plays for the 49ers who's just thick? Every time I see him, he's thick all over. No. Bosa. Who's Nick Bosa? Yes.
Let's put in a reference
I think
photo
so.
here.
We need a reference photo.
Yeah.
But he's just like thick all over.
Big-
and I'm
big
like,
guy.
that's what I need.
You've had a couple outliers though.
The British guy.
The British guy.
That was a fever dream.
That
dude.
was
a dark time.
fever
It was a dark time.
And we were all like, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Honestly, for the plot.
for the plot. And
I
you know what?
honestly
He
do
loved
anything
you.
for the plot these days, guys.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just enjoying life until my husband comes along because I'll know when he shows up. I think I will know.
We hope.
I hope.
We hope.
Sometimes you get a little confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes they come in and they have like one quirk that you were never really expecting them to have. And you're like, oh,
What's Josh's quirk?
he's 5'8".
That's not a quirk, Summer. That is not a quirk.
Well, we talked about this the other day, but there's some other things I don't know.
yeah.
What?
Well, okay, so he's like, in my mind, growing up in New England, I kind of always expected that I would be with somebody that like was from New England. Like the North and the South, very different vibes. West Coast, very different vibes. When you grow up around people, you know, you kind of just expect.
For context, West Coast, California, born and raised.
Massachusetts, born and raised.
And I'm from Connecticut, so
Born and raised.
born and raised.
Just trying to get the people.
Yeah.
Get the
You know what I
people, yeah. So that's one, and like knowing that he likely would probably never move to New England, where my entire family resides, minus my sister. That's like a thing. I'm like, oof, is that something?
You can live with.
Yeah. Which we have created such a nice life here that I'm like,
I know. I actually don't know how I can. I mean, I feel like I have to move home eventually.
you think?
I just don't know how I could.
I know. We're like enmeshed here.
We
I know.
are so in the fabric of Nashville at this point. I mean, 10 years.
10 years. We moved here. We all went to Belmont together. We moved here all in 2014. July, August.
August.
Before it was cool, before Nashville was cool. Now it is the place to be, it feels like. And I just like, you know, I love it here. Even if I moved home, I think I'd have a house here.
Yeah.
If I could manage that.
I think that would be the goal.
Yeah.
Whether there's a house somewhere north or whatever. But
Somewhere here.
Yeah. It's funny when we met, which not to make it about me, but I kind of feel like
You are the reason we're all friends.
I'm like one of the anchors to the group. Like there's always like a person that does the introducing.
Yeah.
Although Okay, well, where we met was Belmont orientation.
Yeah,
like
Belmont orientation.
first day, we had missed the previous one. Everybody apparently
because
flew
they were
down.
nerds and didn't come during the summer for the orientation to meet everybody.
Yeah.
Like all the cool kids do.
So we had this like last minute
nerds.
orientation, and Sheyda and I, we go into this big banquet room. They have all these chairs set up, and we're basically doing the makeup orientation that all the nerds that missed the real one. And I see Sheyda, she's sitting by herself. She's got the biggest resting bitch face on.
I have it all the time.
And I'm walking in, I've got like literally white blonde hair, walking in like this, like never.
She was the most bouncy, blonde, like bubbly, bouncy, like, hi, I'm Summer. I'm from New England.
Yeah, just excited to be there.
You're the quintessential like golden retriever black cat personality.
100%.
That was to a T these 2 freshman year of college.
And for whatever reason, I scanned the room. There were other people that were sitting alone. I scanned the room and I looked at Sheyda and I was like,
My best friend.
I'm going to go sit next to this girl. And thank God.
Thank God you did.
God. And thank God you were receptive to it. But I was like, hi, can I sit here? And you immediately lit up and you were
It's
like.
all a front with Sheyda. It is
That's
all
the thing. It was
a
such a,
front.
because she was like, yeah, oh my God, come sit next to me. And we were like, oh my God, like, so you missed the orientation too? Yeah, I missed it. Like, where are you from? She's like, well, I'm actually 21. So immediately I was like, she's older. She's older. What the fuck? I was like, where are you?
I am the older
What
one.
dorm
You were
are you
also
living
really
in?
young. You were really young.
I was 17. I think like
You
the
were
day
17, I was 21.
school started, I turned 18. It was like my birthday or whatever. But when you had said you were 21, I was like, older friend. And then I think I had asked like, what
Older friend who can buy the booze.
Yeah, I was like, what dorm are you staying in? She goes, I'm actually off campus. And then that apartment, which is like infamous at this point.
God, the 12 South apartment.
had
12 South
so
apartment,
many
right above
memories.
Jenny's Ice Cream on 12 South, if you know where that is.
Yeah. And
It
then
was such a fun time.
and then from there,
And you guys spent the night almost every weekend.
every weekend we'd pack a bag. You'd pick us up in your lifted, blacked out Tahoe with you messed up the muffler or something. So you'd pull into the circle and be like, vroom, and everybody
An
be like,
aftermarket muffler. I like cars.
who the fuck is that? God.
And Sheyda puts down the window and it's her.
Yeah.
It was just me.
Yeah.
Me. And back then, guys, I looked a little different. Chunky.
But then you have like
Gorgeous,
the 3 of us just like bopping out to
Yeah.
the car with our little duffel bags, like just ready to have a sleepover.
An
with our
unusual
friends.
group. Do you remember meeting her?
Yes, I do. So I got introduced to Sheyda through Paige because our other friend Paige is originally from Boston as well, and we connected over that.
Also went to Belmont. Was roommates with Summer.
And that's how I got in with Summer. And then
So did you meet Paige first? Sorry.
Yes, I met Paige first day of school. We had a class together, my first class ever. And then she introduced me to the both of you, and the rest is history.
Do you guys remember doing the 30 questions to fall in love?
We fell
Yes.
in love.
And I
And we
think
fell in
that
love.
genuinely solidified our friendship.
friendship.
There's this article, maybe it was in New York Times or something, but it was 30 questions to fall in love. And they
And
progressively
then you do
get...
eyesight.
Yeah, you
Like,
get
hold
you do
eye
you lock
contact.
eyes.
Eye contact.
We did the whole thing. Like we literally like
We all
sat
did
in
it together,
silence.
and then we all held eye contact. And now, wait, we are in love, actually.
Honestly, I think it was a great workshop in our friendship. I mean, it really got us very close because we were talking about
Highly
very
recommend.
deep,
Yeah.
deep things.
Barely knew you. Was telling you my childhood trauma.
I remember, like,
Sobbing.
sitting on my
Hadn't
dorm
sobbed in
room.
a decade.
Yeah, we were all sobbing.
You needed
actually.
it.
I needed it.
You needed it.
Made you a new woman.
Yeah, it did. It did.
God. And now 10 years later,
Yeah.
here we are. But there have been lulls. There's been ups and downs for sure. I mean, I left the state.
Oh yeah. I'm like, what lulls have we had?
You went to Connecticut.
I did a couple semesters abroad.
You went to Yukon. You were a Yukon girl.
This is just like the persistence of being friends with Summer. Summer left after our sophomore year, moved home. This girl was coming down as many weekends as she could. She was using any spare change she could to get a flight. She'd come in at like 1 a.m. on a Tuesday.
I'd be like, leave the door unlocked.
Yeah, and then stay until like 3 a.m. on a Sunday. Had like a crazy flight, on a Sunday, a 6 a.m. flight on
Halloween.
Sunday. Halloween. She's literally leaving the bar with her costume on. She's like, gotta get to the airport. Literally just goes straight to the airport with her bag, her costumes on, everything. And it was continuous. She'd come for an extended period and then leave just how she came.
But I knew when I left, I was like, if I'm going to, because I didn't leave really on my own fruition. What's the word? Fruition?
I think it's fruition.
No, guys.
No, it's not. Because fruition is not the word. Fruition is like to bring something to fruition.
I'm not leaving on my own
Accord.
Sure, we'll do
Accord.
that one. So I didn't leave on my own accord. So I knew I had to come back and fucking fly to come see you guys. But anyway, that's a whole nother.
I actually don't think anyone cares about this at all.
No, let's keep.
What I do want to bring up is the fact that it was a memory that I just had of one of a man from back then and now, and I saw it the other day. How do you guys feel about men who wear their hats like off to the side or like off kilter? Like I saw someone, unfortunately, it was at Barstool. Love Barstool. It's an addiction. He was dead seriously in the bar, had it off to the side like this, and he was dead seriously talking to a woman, and I wanted to walk up and either smack him across the face or smack it right off his head. It made me sick to my stomach. Don't do it.
Was he being serious?
Yes.
Wait, okay, I just need a visual reference. Was the brim completely like horizontal or what? Or
It was
it just like
it was near, no, it was near horizontal.
Okay, that's truly awful.
And unfortunately, I've seen this person do it a couple times
so
in the bar,
it's a
so
habit.
it was like a second offense. And I wanted to walk up and say, why?
Is it someone we know?
Hey, do you know this guy?
Or just a
No, I
frequenter?
actually can't call them out. but just know.
We know this person?
Yes.
Or
well,
you've
actually,
seen him?
he's like a TikToker.
Ooh.
He's like a TikToker. And actually, he's very nice. But I wanted
has
to,
no idea.
Unfortunately, I wanted to stab him in the eye when I saw it.
You know
Very
what?
violent
But
reaction.
Does he have good bones? Like, does he
Very
have...
attractive man.
That's what I'm
Tall,
saying.
Yeah, sometimes they can pull it off.
No.
What?
Oh,
Hate to
that's
say
not
it.
where I was going.
No, guys, sometimes
No.
they can.
No, Summer.
No, here's the thing.
Summer?
Can I tell you something? If we found it socially acceptable 15 years ago, what's to say we won't find it socially acceptable
I didn't
again?
find it socially acceptable 15 years ago.
All I'm saying is that it could happen.
What?
It could happen.
What could happen?
Weirder trends have come back.
Sideways hats would come back? You're sick.
You never know.
You're sick and twisted.
No, we know. We know that would never come back.
Okay, what's something weird that has come back that you do find socially acceptable now that at one point you didn't? I'll say this: flare freaking leggings.
Yeah.
You didn't find it acceptable 15 years ago?
No.
Yeah, no. We
You did
definitely
15 years ago, and then everybody's when we're skinny
But
ones.
that's what we're saying is like, I feel like not cool people were necessarily wearing their hat like that.
You know what's coming back that I don't know how I feel about? I actually think I like it is low-waisted jeans.
Yeah. Well, some people have short torsos. Oh, we have short torsos.
We have short torsos.
So that's why they're
You
beneficial
have a very
for us.
long torso.
Long torso. Might as well see my pubis bone.
Ew.
That's so funky.
Yeah. But I actually love the low-rise pants.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
But
Well, you have a bubble butt, so I feel like you could still
Yeah.
pull it off anyways.
I agree.
Thank you for saying that.
I look at it all the time.
I work out with my friend Sheyda.
Well, speaking of good bones, I feel like there are features or things that guys do. Like my boss always talks about how there are certain things that he can't move past when he's looking at potential suitors for us. Not that he's like dating for us, but when he's reviewing men.
He's keeping an eye out.
He's keeping an eye out,
Which
which
such
he
a
should.
kind
Which he
thing.
should. It's
Everybody
so-
should be. If you're
Yeah.
my friend or my family, and
Head's
you're
on
not-
a swivel.
If your head is not on a swivel trying to find me a husband,
I literally saw a guy
you're actually not my friend.
on 8th
You're not
Avenue
my
the other
friend.
day, and I was like, Sheyda would love this man, but he was running.
See, I
and-
need people to start pulling the
over.
car over, and because it's not embarrassing for you because you're in a relationship. So you can say,
Nick was in the car.
yeah, well, he should have said something. He should have said, stop the car. And he
Sheyda,
should
what
have
about the
gotten
man at the gym that we thought was attractive from far away, and then we got close and his eyes were close together? We pulled him up on Instagram. He's like an Amish rapper.
It was horrible.
And now we see him at the gym all
Actually,
the time.
Summer, this is your fault because the second you got close to him and realized that he had eyes that touched
You
on the
should have
inside,
come up with
you should
another
have walked
story.
right past him. You should have tripped him and been like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then,
Yeah, you're right.
what are things you cannot handle in a man, feature-wise?
Okay, and this might be controversial, but I have an issue with men that are like in between baldness. So like, if you are, it's not because if you are losing your hair,
let it go.
Just let it go, or get hair plugs. There are so many.
That is actually
there's so
so-
many resources men can get to either grow their hair back.
Can I actually rant on this for a second?
Yeah.
Because it's not even just about hair plugs or hair loss or balding or whatever. Women, since we were children, our mothers were like, go to the gym, don't have zits, wear makeup, or like it was just society, other women, whatever it was from a young age, right? So if anything's wrong with us, we're fixing it. We're calling doctors. We're going to the dermatologist. We're going to the gym. We're
financially investing
getting
in
Botox.
our looks.
We're getting filler. We're doing medical grade skincare just to look a little bit better for a man who's like, I was just born this way.
I have
he's
poor
got
genetics.
a comb over and body hair starting from his eyebrows all the way down. If I had the body hair I was born with, I would look like a monkey. I've been lasered over 1 million times in my life. Do you think I enjoyed that one bit? Like, that actually is such a fair point because
I just
groom
feel like
yourself.
But I love a bald man. I
love a bald
I love a bald
man
man
too.
too.
I'm
I
okay
love a
with the
bald
bald
man.
man.
Yeah.
What I'm not okay with is the in between. And
Oh no, is that birth control? No. What was it?
What was
it
it?
was an appointment.
Did you miss an appointment?
No, I like randomly have this alarm set in my phone for a doctor's appointment that was like maybe 3 years ago, and every like Wednesday at 2:30 it goes off.
Man, like
weekly.
delete it.
I know. I think about it every week that it goes off. I'm like, oh, I should delete it.
Well,
but every time
will
it
be
goes off,
it will be shut off today.
I'm
will
in
be
the
shut
middle
off
of
today.
something like a podcast or a phone call, and I'm like, ooh, and I forget about it.
Yeah.
But in between being bald and not being bald is a no for me.
Well,
Just commit.
Slothfulness from
Slothfulness.
I think that's a real word, right? Is that a is that a real word? Slothfulness.
I don't
Are you being
know.
lazy? Yeah.
I think that's also a word though, guys.
Slothfulness?
It's a noun. It means a lack of motivation to work or make an effort.
And that's on being smart.
Okay, did you know that there's a sin of sloth?
Thank you.
Somebody told me recently, I got coffee with this girl and she was like, the sin of sloth. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Anyway,
Is that the 7 deadly sins?
I don't know if it's one of the 7, but
No,
it
it's
is a
not one of the
sin. Anyway.
But slothfulness, that's what it is. I'm like, there's no reason. There is literally no reason. If you want your hair, you can have great hair. There is no reason. It like
Men with great hair is fantastic. I love a man with great hair.
I love a
Especially when they
bald
get
man,
older. If you see an older man and
With
he's
a
got
good head of
and he's
hair.
got long,
Yeah.
luscious hair, that's sexy. That
I don't know that I like a long-haired man.
No, I love an older, long-haired man.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was this guy when I worked at Bar Taco. His name was TW, and he was like 6'4". He would come in. He was old as fuck, but he had this like gray head of hair, salt and pepper, and he took a liking to me while I was working there. And he would come in and ask to see me. Yeah,
You would ask to
Did
sit in
you
your
guys
section.
ever have a moment?
Wait, is this guy the one that used to tip you really well? No.
Yes.
I remember.
Yeah. No, we never like hung out outside of work, but he would come
I was like,
in.
this is why you're weird with
But
men.
he was like, yeah, could you imagine I like went on a Miami trip with him?
Is that what he did? Take women on
Well,
Miami trips?
he did talk about like this place in Miami that he used to go to all the time. And I was like, DW, what are you saying? What are you
He's like, it's 11. The strip club.
Good Lord.
It's 11.
Yeah.
Oh, did anyone see the private stories on our friend who went to?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
It was
Taylor
hilarious. I
Swift.
was dying
Oh,
laughing.
yes.
I was dying laughing.
I feel like I've not been to a luxury strip club like ever, and it's just such an experience.
We
you know
should
what
go.
I mean? We've been to Deja Vu. Remember that one time we went in like our pajamas? It was like a Thursday night. You ever get like a
I actually
weird
made
feeling
$100 that night.
on
What?
Remember that guy that walked by me? I was just twerking like in my PJs, like this, like in this, maybe this exact outfit. And a guy just threw money on me. And I was like, thank you so much, kind sir, kind gentleman.
In the club or out?
In.
At Deja Vu?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Maybe I made it up inside
She
of my own
dreamt
mind.
it. That's her dream.
Man.
Interesting.
That's the kind of thing I dream about. Men giving me money.
Are there any things that I guess those are pogos. I was gonna say, are there any things that you think that we all do that?
Men would find it attractive?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I give such a masculine vibe all the time. I think men do not know what to do with that ever. I
Yeah.
never get hit on.
Really?
Ever. Name a time
Sheyda,
you
but
watch me
Sheyda,
get hit
I
on.
feel like that's also because you're literally sitting at the bar like,
Okay. Never once has she ever sat.
Well, never have I ever sat like this. Summer does that.
What? Oh, the face.
you always go, what
the
do you do?
traps.
You go,
wait,
yeah.
wait, Summer, do the trap.
Well,
I
I
wish you
can't-
can't do it in the
I can't do it
sweatshirt,
in
but
this
just do
shirt.
it in the shirt with the undercut, like the under, yeah. Okay, so funny story. I don't know what we were doing, but we were out and we had run into some people that I know through a mutual friend, and I think they were just being really rude to us or something.
Was it the Nashville soccer team?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. Well, I don't know if we can announce that.
Oh,
but
no.
they were-
It was the Nashville soccer team.
They were like athletes that
announce
we
it?
had run into, and they basically, and I used to work with some of the guys that work in the front office, and they were giving me a hard time about not knowing who they were. And I was like, sir, let's relax here. I have no idea who you are. And he's like, you say you work for this team and you don't know who I am. And I'm like, no. And so it was just a bad situation.
Bad juju.
Bad
Bad moment.
juju. Yeah. Big attitude for someone that should not have it.
No.
And so then the next
was a
weekend
receptionist.
we ran into them at, I think it was like Tin Roof or something. And Summer just broke out her like, she was like cock blocking this guy. He was literally making out with a girl and she just comes up behind him and does the like shoulder and she's like, what's going on?
It was one of those things where like so if he was here, there was a girl, they were facing each other and I was behind the girl. And so only he could see me. And so I kept doing the thing because Madeline had told me and obviously I needed to step in and save my friend. And at one point.
I like how that's how she thinks she's
saving me. Yeah. I was like, Summer, we just don't need to talk to them.
Hold my drink. I'll fix this.
Like, I'm gonna go show this man what's up.
So he finally he spots me and he's like, do we have a problem? And then the girl turns around and I was like, what do you, like I was normal. I was like, can you stop bothering me? Like the girl turns back around and I immediately do it again. He's like, seriously girl, what is your problem? Like getting off, seriously, I'm like.
He had never met Summer before either. So it was literally
just like a random girl in the bar doing that.
That's actually maybe the best response you could probably have to conflict. Is to make him look absolutely insane.
Yeah, and I think at one point I turned to the girl and I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what he's
talking about.
Like, I'm feeling very uncomfortable. I'm going to remove myself from the situation.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So it's great to have friends like Summer.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to climb over the bar to beat him up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would.
Sheyda goes straight for the throat.
I have to be put on a leash when I drink.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. That was the old me. I don't really do that anymore, I don't feel like.
Sheyda, you go out more than anybody I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah, I actually agree.
I think it's like Alex Earl and then Sheyda Fasari.
Yeah, you guys are actually on the same schedule.
This is a blatant attack and lie.
Yeah, no, I just don't know how you have the energy to do it.
No, I think you guys think that because you have boyfriends and you do nothing.
No, it's true. I don't go out far enough. But no, actually, that's a lie. I don't go out and drink, but I'm bopping around this town. Mm-hmm. I go to so many restaurants. I go to so many bars. Like, we go and do stuff. We just don't
You're
go
in
to
bed
Broadway.
by 7.
And?
Well, first of all, don't come for me. And also.
No, I'm not. Honestly, there are so many times when I'm like, I wish I could go out. If you ask me at 2 p.m., I'm like down to go.
Yeah, and then 7 p.m. rolls around and I'm like, passed out.
Yeah.
And like half the time it's like an event or something that I'm going to. I'm not just like going.
Okay, well, I would go to an event.
Bitch, you're not going to an event. You're literally going to Barstool. There's no event there other than getting a freaking table, shaking your ass.
A wench of the highest accord.
You want to know what? That place is I'm sure very fun, but I just have no interest in being there.
I actually do.
It's so loud.
I want to go.
I would love to take you.
I want to go.
And she'll never
I think we do a mobile pod episode and we go.
She'll never see the inside.
Bitch, you're not the fucking bouncer.
But he's my friend.
She might as well me. Good Lord.
Oh, no, you're making me sound like a bar rat.
I do think though you've had a second wind.
A second wind.
Because you didn't go out for a minute.
When we were in college, Sheyda was not going out. She was relaxed.
I didn't drink for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Or if you did though, it was not good.
Yeah, it was scary. Scary.
So I have a Reddit problem. I just go on and I will like read like the relationship advice one or the truth off my chest one. It's like a page where am I the asshole? Those pages. Mm-hmm. There was one that is a truth off my chest and I can't find it. I don't know where it is. It's gone. But I thought about it the other day and I just couldn't get over it. So this woman had her first marriage and was on to her second marriage in her 40s. She's like, I found this man. He was the most wonderful man. We got married. She's like, he is so open and honest with me. We have the best relationship. He's so sweet. He's so loving.
What's the catch?
So fast forward, she has a son from her previous marriage, from her first marriage, an adult son, or he's like early 20s, very early 20s. And I actually can't even think like this is insane actually, because it's almost unbelievable. So she travels for work often and she was traveling, doing her normal thing. And he started becoming less and less open all the normal like cheating signs where like the password on the phone changed, the password on the computer changed.
Oh God.
Like, and you know, she went to her son and she was like, it feels like something's off. And he was like, he loves you. Like everything's fine.
Gaslighting her.
It continues. She puts a nanny cam in the living room, and it's like an open concept house. So you can like see the living room, dining room, kitchen, and catches her son and her husband doing the deed.
You're kidding.
Oh, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And
how far does unconditional love go with your children?
Oh, it's over. It's over because she came home, she checked the nanny cam, she freaked out, and they were like, we love each other. They moved out. The son and her husband now are off.
Wait, so she just lost her husband and her son.
How horrific. You can trust
nobody. Oh my God, not even your own kids.
They really do be own.
No, oh my God, I can't even imagine coming home to something like that and like you think your husband's out there cheating on you with his goddamn secretary and it's your own son.
It's your son.
That is wild.
Do you think you could forgive your child? That indiscretion?
I think it all depends on how the child comes to you with it. Like if they're apologetic I don't even know. Obviously I'm not in the situation, but I think if your child's like, why can't you just be happy for me? I finally found someone. And it's like, oh, you found someone in my husband?
The way he did that's the way he did respond, by the way.
Really?
He's like, he's the love of my life. Like you just have to accept this. Child, today is the last day on earth per the woman who put you here. I couldn't. That person would be, I am such an avid believer of just because someone is like a blood relative does not give them access to you. Like you still have to earn the right to be in my life. And
Sheyda's quick to cut.
I am quick to cut. She had horrible anxiety about it for years.
Yeah.
That's so true.
I am quick to cut, but I know that I feel like I am a good friend, a very, very good friend. I will ride for you if I decide I can remember your name. Mm-hmm. But true or false, call me out if I'm wrong, but I'm a very good friend to have. Yeah. And I will be there for you. I will bury the body. I will do whatever we have to do. If you can't simply meet me on the road.
Fuck my husband?
Yeah. Yes. But if you can't like just meet me on the road of friendship, leave. I want nothing to do with you.
The thing that's so wild with the story though is like the nanny cam was put in and they were already banging. So this has been leading up to you. They don't just get together one day and they start banging. Like we're talking about months of secrecy.
They were like, she was like, it was like a full blown relationship.
And to be honest, like the physicality of it, that's one thing. But to lie to your mom and then lie to your wife, that's to me like the betrayal.
Wait, who do we think's more at fault, the husband or the son?
The son.
I actually think the husband.
Well, the son was like he was an out gay man. And I think he went after the husband.
Okay.
Unless the husband
went after him.
I mean, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, because the husband is presumably straight if he's married to a woman.
And she probably had no idea, which is fine. But like, I think if you're going to start sleeping with her son, you should probably say, hey, I'm having some feelings. Might need to
about your child that I need to sort out.
Yucky.
Reddit's actually a wild place.
I feel like
I'm so addicted to Reddit.
I actually think
I don't think it's good for my health.
I think the familial crisscrossing of relationships actually happens more than we think. I remember this story growing up. One of my friends in like elementary, middle school, her mom and dad got divorced and they got remarried. And the stepbrother and her had like a thing.
No.
Mm-hmm. They had like a thing. Like,
okay, but they're not related.
They're not related, but still it's like you're under the same roof. Like they were like kids under the same roof. Like,
but did they grow up that way?
No. I actually thought about this the other day. I get really mad when people act like it's gross for stepchildren to fall in love.
I don't think it's gross, but I do think under 18,
it's inappropriate.
I think it's inappropriate.
It's 100% inappropriate, but I always thought I likened it to this. Like imagine you live in a neighborhood and you grow up being best friends with the family next door, and you guys like shared a bathtub, like whatever, and the mom and dads they're all best friends. Like they want nothing more than for like you and him to be married and like fall in love. And then, but then if you think about it, if you just place the two children under the same roof doing the same stuff, if there's no blood, obviously, then it's like, I mean,
okay, well, here's another scenario that actually happened in my hometown. 2 kids started dating, and then the parents started dating after that. So does that not feel like a betrayal? Because
because just let everyone love who you want to love.
But
if
if one
who cares?
If one relationship goes wrong, don't you think that could affect the other?
Well, it could affect the other, but that's like, you know, if I meet Josh's best friend tomorrow and I'm like, he's a dreamboat and I need to date him.
No, but it's so different when it's parental. You know what I mean?
Parental is
because your
weird.
parents are supposed to look out for you.
Yeah.
And if they're too busy screwing your boyfriend's dad, like,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there's another layer to it. I'm not saying that it's gross. I don't think it's gross. But I do think that there is an added layer of complication that I personally would not feel comfortable with. Because then you have those families, when they're young enough, they grow up saying, that's my actual brother, that's my actual sister. You would never fuck your bucket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it gets blurry.
It gets very blurry.
I think there is
I just think if there isn't blood involved, you can't judge people for loving who they love.
Okay, but what about that Reddit story where okay, so this is really fucked up.
What?
The girlfriend and boyfriend were dating. They were obviously grew up in the same hometown or whatever. She did a DNA test and she found out they were siblings.
Yes.
And she was like, we've been together for years. We never want kids.
I actually know this Reddit story. Both children, both the boy and the girl, were both adopted from like birth. And they both went to the same high school. They both started dating in high school. They were together for like 7 or 8 years out of high school. They both decided they didn't want to have children. They owned a home together. Like
they were in it.
They're near a decade into a relationship, homeowners, full blown. She got them both 23andMe or Ancestry, like the DNA swabs for Christmas.
That's actually my worst nightmare.
And it came back and they were 100% related.
Is it in that town where the fertility doctor did all that shit?
I have no idea.
No, it was
She
random?
was like, but she wrote it was like a relationship advice thing. She wrote it and she was like,
is it wrong of me to not tell him?
she was like, should I just throw these away?
She didn't tell him?
No.
She's like, I don't know what to do because we're not going to have kids. Like,
And he would be...
And we've never known each other as siblings.
She's like, we've never known each other as siblings. It's too late. Like, we've done everything. For 7 years, we've done everything. Like, as long as we don't have children, like, at what point, like, should we just go on living our lives?
I don't know. She knows. Listen, ignorance is bliss, but like she knows.
She knows, but could she forget? What would you do? What would you guys do?
I have no idea. This is like an actual
dilemma. You think about it?
No. Yeah. I would say from public shame alone, I would.
But nobody knows.
No one ever's gonna know.
I would know deep in my soul.
7 years deep, and that you love this man.
Yeah.
I could love again. I could love again. And truthfully, I think for me, knowing that person is my sibling would be done for me. Guys, come on.
Yeah.
Don't act like that's a ridiculous statement.
I read this Reddit and I started calling people and polling.
Yeah.
What did people say?
It was 50-50 down the middle. It was like,
what would you do?
Just never talk about it. Everyone was of the same opinion that you should tell your partner, but it was 50-50. They were like, just get your tubes tied. He get his stuff tied and just go on living and never talk about it.
What would you do?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm such a lover girl. If you told me to leave the man I thought was the love of my life, I don't know if I could.
Madeline?
Especially if I've never thought of you that, I don't know. I might be sick to my stomach.
I don't think I could keep it from my partner.
Like, no, I think
no, I could never.
But I think this girl was talking about not sharing. Because
see,
she
that's
was
fucked up
talking about
because
not
then
saying.
that
She's
relationship.
Like, do I just throw this away and never think about this
that
again?
lie is so pivotal.
No, it's so huge. You can't keep that from him.
I mean, period. Like relationships, period. I don't think there should be secrets.
Agreed.
Unless you're siblings.
Oh. Sibling fucker.
No, you wouldn't. Fuck my sibling? No,
I'm saying leave.
I don't know that I would leave.
I think Yeah, I might. I don't know. I think I would I'd bring the information.
I'm
to
just
them
trying to think about like
and make
the
a group
feeling of like
decision.
being deeply in love with someone. Like, I mean, because you think about, we all say we would leave. We all would like to say, I'm trying to be like really real about this. We all say we would leave. Okay, well, let's all think about when we were in some shitty, horrible relationship with some loser, dealing with things we said we would leave left, right, and center all day long, and we didn't. And we sat there for 2 years.
So true.
But I love him.
So true.
And then actually imagine you have a wonderful man who has loved you beautifully for 7 years. You've known since you were in high school. You own a home together. And now you have this horrible truth between the two of you, but you still have that relationship.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question and don't judge me
don't
for
know.
this. Are there any other mammals in the animal kingdom that fuck their siblings? I just need to know.
I think there's a lot.
Probably.
I don't
Yeah,
think
they
I
all
don't
don't
think
care.
anyone else besides like humans.
And
Care
also,
about
up
that.
until recent history, people were.
I know, like the
Yeah.
royals.
In Alabama, I think you can still marry your cousin. I don't know
Alabama,
what the
but
rules
also like
are.
high
think you can
blood,
in
like literally,
Tennessee.
like
Yeah.
I'm watching Downton Abbey right now, and
They're all
literally
related.
they're all marrying their cousins and shit. Like, and it's like they're like first cousins.
Yeah,
and it's very
it's like-
normal.
Thank God we're on the same page about incest being wrong.
Yes.
No. Let's back this up. Incest, wrong.
Yeah, 100.
You're giving
particular-
a maybe.
This particular story.
It's still incest.
I might have to actually kill my brother before I'd ever touch him. But
Yeah, I don't know. It's odd.
it's so weird because we all have siblings. Like, they're
So many
so
siblings.
nerdy.
Male
Like,
siblings too. So it's like we can all, but again, we've been raised with them as our siblings.
Yeah, that's my brother. Like, that's my brother. He's a beautiful boy. I adore him. He's so handsome. Love him.
Sounds like you might want to date him.
Ugh.
Buy a house with them.
My stomach hurts, please.
yeah, I could be sick about it.
I actually, like, like when the mucus buildup comes when you're about to puke, that's what I feel like now.
My boyfriend Josh's family, his aunts and uncles found a half sibling after doing 23andMe, which is really exciting. And
Like late into adulthood.
last year, somebody reached out to one of his aunts, and they have a half sibling. It's from
the
before,
father?
from the father, but it's from 5 years before he had met. And
Okay,
it's
so it's
back
not
in the
a
day.
cheater
No, it's not a
company
cheating
either.
situation. It's honestly, I met the guy.
I just looked at the camera and I was about to say something about men being
No.
cheats.
Honestly, we met the guy. We met the half sibling. He's super freaking
Hey, you went to
kind.
Georgia, right, to
And
meet him? I
we
actually know
went to Georgia. We went to a Braves
I
game,
remember things.
and the whole family's really excited about it. And like, he's got the same mannerisms. You talk about nature versus nurture. I mean, this guy is
Is it on
literally
Josh's dad's side or mom's side?
his mom's side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his mom's side. So his mom's aunts, uncles, whatever. So yeah, they have a half sibling, and honestly, like, it is. I honestly, when I was there with the whole scenario, I wanted to cry because first of all, this guy is 70 and he's just now finding his blood siblings. But I think he was loved in general. Like he's got his
Yeah, he has a
siblings
good life.
that he was raised with, but he's from Boston, and like he's just. It's
Okay.
really cool to watch him with his biological siblings that he has very similar mannerisms.
Yeah,
with.
he was never around. That's
It's
wild,
really cool.
actually.
Does it make a difference the fact that he was conceived before their parents got together?
I do.
Like,
I think for the sake of their family dynamic now, having a 5-year buffer, absolutely.
Yeah, because then you rethink you're
like,
have
oh,
to-
my dad was stepping out on my mom
Yeah.
to have another.
And
Yeah,
both
you
of-
rethink their whole relationship. That would destroy me.
Both of Josh's grandparents are now passed, so it's not like they can ask him questions. They're all piecing together the story right now. Oh, he was in the Navy and he was in Boston for the summer or whatever it was. So like they're coming up with the story on the fly because they don't have the source anymore.
That's so crazy.
But overall, I think the entire family is like been
Overjoyed.
Yeah, it's been
That's
very
wonderful.
cool.
That I would never blame my newfound sibling for, but if it was during the time that my parents were together, I could never ever think of them the same. Like
The sibling or your parent?
I think that the parent. I think that cheating is one of the most diabolical things you can do to a human because it messes not only with your ability to trust another person, but the ability to trust yourself.
Yeah. Yeah,
It is
but
such an
some people are
internal
so good at
breakdown.
it. Some people are so good at hiding it. I do think that you can't blame yourself. It is not your flaw.
No,
In my opinion,
Ugh,
I don't
makes
know.
me sick.
Yeah, cheating is
horrible.
terrible.
The number one.
But
worst
also
deed.
the one thing you have to remember is that I think in general, we tend to hold our parents and our grandparents to the standard of they know better. But at the end of the day, they're
just
humans
figuring
going
it
through
out.
life
Wasn't that
for
such a
the
wild day
first
when you
time.
realized your parents were human?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
fallible and just normal.
Or
and
for
like,
them to realize that like I was going to make my own mistakes and to also know that they were going to love me regardless of me feeling like I was such a fuck up.
Unless your son fucks your husband.
Well, yeah.